What up, everybody? What up? Oop, let me move this. And we doing one of these again while I'm in the middle of my other grind. It's all right. I should be good to go on one of these. I'm not going to say anything crazy. But that being said, welcome to another Understand Me. And this is day 4. All right, so when it comes to this the topic today, right? We're gonna cover two things because I feel like it's really mapped into one and the same thing. So the first thing is gonna be like the very DNA of my style, right? And then taking that into who genuinely would like my music. What's the type of people that gravitate to my music, right? Because that also says a lot about what it is that you do. And so we're going to start with the aesthetic portion first. If you haven't noticed, the way I currently am is a lot of times you see me inside like work attire or shirts or shorts. I always seem to be going to and fro from somewhere and everything like that. And while I could just turn around and wait and do a perfect video and give you all the glitz and glamour, because I know how to do that, right? All the glitz and glamour of editing that you can want. I like my videos to match exactly who I am as a person. That is the same person trying to turn around and do this music, right? And give you all the stuff you relate to. Can do so because I'm in the middle of it usually while I'm writing. So for every situational song, it's a situation I was going through while I was writing the situational song, right? For every motivational, uplifting song I turn around and do, telling you to keep at it, push through the grind, is a grind that I'm in the middle of, right? And so, I don't really stray from that. On top of that, my outfits always kind of rock a little bit more comfort, because again, like I said, I'm kind of in the middle of what I'm doing. Also with the edits, right? Like a lot of these videos are like entry style. And that's on purpose. I'm always in this angle of storytelling, right? Or you can kind of get like a more closer conversational way of how I'm talking, right? It's not based off of me doing a trendy thing. Again, you're not going to turn around and see me do a video where nothing beats a Gen 2 holiday. It's just, I'm not going to do that. These are videos you're going to get a good portion of times where it's just me and you having a conversation, right? We just turn around and talking. We're just conversating, right? And I like to always turn around and keep that, right? And so there's a calmness to the way that I kind of do things that matches the same kind of clarity or ways that I do my songs, right? And the layout is always going to be in this way where it's just you're going to understand exactly what I'm doing. My style is not one where I feel the need like I got to switch it up every single time and stuff. You're going to know exactly what I'm doing, right? There's not a real script to this. There's no script to this, right? This is usually improv majority of the time, right? I have a concept of what I'm doing, but a lot of this is improv. Like, I don't know what I'm going to say, right? I know the general direction of how I'm going to do stuff, but I don't really know how I'm going to, like, really attack it till I do it, right? And, oftentimes the most you'll turn around and get that's textual is things falling under, like, emotional things that I'm saying or, like, messages that I want to turn around and give that I usually put inside of the video or show up on the title or, just to give you a general outlook of where it is and I'm going with it, right? And then, of course, my style would be nothing without the way my voice is, right? And so I always go in this manner where it's just like, it's spoken. I'm not trying to disrespect nobody, right? And there might be times where I come on aggressive on the track and I might say some stuff that, some truthful stuff or some things that kind of make you kind of go like, hey man, But at all times, it's with love, man, and it's grounded from real experiences. So it's not like I'm not telling you something that I have zero clue of, right? That's not what I'm doing. And it's not about trying to sell music. Would I like you to turn around and support and buy the album? Absolutely. Please do. Would I like you to get into the merch? Absolutely. Please do. Went through a lot of effort to turn around and make it, and there's actually a lot of cool stuff that you can turn around and get off of my site, right? And, you know, if the music has helped or connected with you anyway, definitely, like, you know, buy it, you know, listen to it, share it with others. But it's more of a step in. It's not trying to sell, it's trying to get you into a different experience, a different area, a different outlook, you know, a different atmosphere. And if I'm creating that, then great. Cool. Right? Welcome, right? Welcome to the journey, because the journey's still going. And so, you know, that's kind of where that style comes from. And so a lot, when it comes to archetypes, right? People who would support, I don't like using the word fans. But when it comes to people who would support and really like my stuff, right? You got people who are like silent fighters, right? So, you know, I talk in a way where I do music in a way where it carries a lot, and it speaks in a way to certain people, right? Like I give abstract ways of piecing stuff together. So sometimes I'll just flat out tell you something. Other times, I'm throwing different types of verses, and it's to piece together context clues of what it is that I'm trying to get at, right? And that's on purpose, because I want you to think, right? I want people to kind of go in and be like, hey, what do you mean by this line? Or where's that going? Or what's the nature of the song? Why did it kind of go in this direction? Like I kind of want a thought process, right? So that goes to a lot of silent fighters, people who just need to kind of hear something and really get a joke, right? Then it's for people who are healing and training, right? So as you listen to the music, right, and you get healing from it, right? Take that healing and utilize it to help somebody else heal, right? You know, my music's for more people who want more than just a vibe. Right? I'm not saying like I have nice beats. I'm not saying I don't have nothing for you to groove to, but my music is definitely for people who are really trying to like internally gain something, right? From listening to it. Like it stands the test of time. It's not just a pass by type thing, right? You're really actually going to get something out of it. And then take that clarity and help somebody else understand and build that clarity, right? You know, discipleship. I told you I'm in the spirit, right? And then, you know, I'm also for day one seekers, right? So if you like underground artists and people who really kind of take the creativity in a different type of way, then guess what? You found your guy, right? If you're trying to look for meaningful art, guess what? You found your guy, right? You're looking for somebody who really truly believes that it's the journey and not the destination, right? Guess what? You found your guy. There's no clout music here. I ain't gonna tell you about the diamonds I have and everything like that. I'm gonna tell you that. I'm gonna tell you about how literally my day-to-day is, right? The struggles, the things I still want to turn around and change, the aspects of things that still kind of frustrate me, right? Because while I'm encouraging you, I'm also trying to encourage myself at the same time, right? You know, because you're joining in on things I regularly think about, right? That I'm just sharing out loud. You know, and then of course I'd be nowhere without the spirit builder. So it's not about being religious, but it definitely is about turning around and finding ultimate peace, ultimate spiritual progress through God, through the Spirit. Like I'm gonna always turn around and recommend that, right? And so my music is a nice centered way to bridge that on how it relates to life. Instead of me just sitting here turning around and telling you a bunch of verses, right? I try to give it to you in a way where you can actually take some context with it on how does this pertain to me? And that is what makes the DNA of my music. And so I hope Did that kind of help a little bit? This has been another Understand Me. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace, y'all.